What's up? How you doing? This video is for one of my friends on TikTok who requested I make a demo of this guitar plugged in because I've been playing it mic'd up, and he wanted to hear what it sounded like plugged in. So I got it plugged in to Logic, and I'm just gonna play and just kind of chat a little bit about the guitar. Right now I have it running through an LR Baggs Session DI, which is this guy right there. Can you see that? And I've been using this live as well. So right now I have the EQ on the guitar set, like in the middle. I guess that's 5 for the bass, 5 out of 10 for the bass and the treble. And I got the volume up to looks like, well, it's in a 2:30, 3 o'clock position. So that might be like close to 75% full volume. I don't know if that matters at all. But yeah, this pedal itself has a compressor, has a little bit of saturation on it, has a multi-band compressor. And that's the only effect that I have between the guitar and the recording itself. So, without further ado, now I think it sounds pretty good plugged in. I wouldn't use it without any EQ at all. I mean, I think it'll still sound pretty good, but I'm going to just demo this based on how I use it. If you want to know how it sounds without the pedal, just on its own, then you're going to have to buy your own. No, I'm just kidding. But here we go. I'm just going to play some stuff that I normally play fingerstyle, because that is my style. I don't do like anything really super strummy or open chords, so there's no point in me doing a demo about something that I don't really do normally. So here we go. So yeah, that was a little bit of fingerstyle, a little bit of digging in with the pick. I'm using a thumb pick here, and I play with my nails. So it does have an impact on the sound in a pretty dramatic way if you have nails or no nails. So my nails are kind of medium length, so that means that I'm getting a tone of partial nail and flesh tone. If they were a lot longer, the tone would be a little bit brighter and thinner, and for me that sounds too brittle. So I like to have my nails kind of like at a medium length. I think it gives it a much sweeter, warmer tone that way. And plus, long nails are not good for people with skin problems like eczema like me, because I'll just scratch my whole freaking face off when I'm sleeping if my nails are too long. Anyway, if that is TMI, I'm sorry, but that's basically what's been going on. Now the pickup is piezo only. I normally don't like piezos. I'm not saying I 100% love this one, but out of all the piezos I've tried, this is definitely the more natural sounding one. It has a lot less quack, and it does have that kind of squeegee sound still that I really don't like that comes from a piezo pickup. What I do is I just live with it, and I try to adjust it with my playing style. So I don't do a lot of like sliding stuff, and I try my best when I change chords to lift my fingers and move it to the next position instead of just like trying to get by and like slide it up and down, because it does get irritating. I guess even if you don't plug it in, it's a little irritating if you overdo it. But other than that, I think it's a good live system. And if you're going to be recording into an interface or something, So here's another song that I wrote. That one is called Alone With You, and it has a nice groove. And I like how this guitar sounds. If I think about the fullness in the sound, it has a lot of bass, considering that it's such a small guitar. It's pretty impressive, you know, like when I do like muting here. It's got a nice full sound, and through like a live PA, it definitely fills the room through the speakers, I feel. If you're going to be looping or doing some acoustic body percussion, whatever, I personally don't like to knock on the body of the guitar anyway, because I just don't like that sound personally. But what I normally do is if I'm going to loop a beat, I usually hit it like this. I think that sounds more natural, and I think that sounds pretty full, like a kick and a snare when I do it that way. And this is all coming from this plugged in. I'm not going to blend the mic tone in it at all. Mic tone meaning from the camera. Here's another kind of fingerstyle-y thing that I do. All right, just went off on a tangent there. But if I were to use this in a recording, I probably wouldn't use the plugged in tone. I would just mic it. But for live use, or if I'm going to do looping, I might just add a little bit of reverb, and that would probably be it. And I think it sounds good enough, you know. Because the tone also depends a lot on how you touch it, right? A lot of the tone is in the hands too. So, as long as you know how it translates from the acoustic sound into the piezo sound, then you should be good. But hopefully you get an idea of what it sounds like plugged in. Yeah, maybe I'll make some more looping videos so you can hear what it sounds like plugged in, me doing some beats and some solo stuff over it. And I guess that's it for now. Taylor GS Mini Koa E+ ES2 system, plugged in sound. Peace.